Hi everyone, and good afternoon here from University College Dublin. It's wonderful to have you guys here for this short overview of the Masters in Human Resource Management. So I'm Dr. Huw Thomas. I am the Program Director, Academic Director for the Masters in Human Resource Management. If you have any questions after this overview, please feel free to reach out via email or you can add me on LinkedIn if you'd like to talk to me that way instead. I'm happy to answer any questions you have either today or after this session. So I just want to introduce the rest of those who are on the call here. Leela Kabuli is our program manager, and so she'll be able to answer a lot more of the administrative questions as we go through that you may have. And Leela's email address is also here at the bottom. And we also, and thanks so much to them, we have two of our current students who are current MSc Human Resource Management students here. Guk Chenaz and also Mina Lucchini, who will be able to answer any questions you have in terms of the student experience and what it's like to be a current student on the Masters in Human Resource Management. So what's this course all about? This course is in essence the perfect course for you to study if you are interested in a future career in human resource management. We basically restructured this program significantly as of 2026, really trying to change the program around some of the largest pressures and challenges and opportunities around the changing world of work. So our idea here is that the world of work is changing quite dramatically if we think about AI and technology and also the way that climate is shaping the world of work. And as a response, human resource managers need to also be changing and prepared for this new world of work. So this program is structured to navigate this changing world of work and HR, and we combine both theoretical founding with the latest practical skills and approach. So it's a research-led education. You'll be taught here by some of the leading academics in the field of human resource management and employment relations. But also you get to learn a lot of the skills and tangible skills that you'll need to be future successful human resource management practitioners and professionals. So we have some fantastic people who teach on the program who are coming from industry, for example. So the way that I like to think about it is the combination of both the art and the science of human resource management. The art, because we are dealing with humans, individuals who have needs and aspirations and beliefs. But there's an element also here of science in terms of evidence-based policy making and decision making, using the latest academic research to inform our decisions. So that's a very brief overview. We have two study options. We have a full-time program, which is 12 months in duration, which runs from around September until August, and also a part-time offering as well, where you'll do it over 2 months if you're balancing, for example, if you're already in employment and you're balancing that alongside your study. And like I said, who is it for? It's for anyone who wishes to pursue a successful career in human resource management. And we welcome students from a range of different backgrounds, including business, social science, psychology, economics, politics, law, etc. So why study here? Six reasons, or six reasons that I see in terms of why I would think that this is the best human resource management program in Europe, if not in the whole world. Well, there are 24 master's programs in human resource management in Ireland, and there are 267 master's programs in human resource management in the UK. So what makes this program different than others? Well, the first reason is that this program is accredited by the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development. For those of you who don't know, HR professionals have their own chartered institute, just like, for example, accountants would have. And this chartered institute basically has looked at our program and accredited our program and have argued that this program is suitable and exceptional in terms of how it equips future HR professionals to be ready to go into the world of work. So it's accredited by the CIPD here. And one of the benefits of doing this program is that you won't just get a master's in human resource management, but you'll also get an associate membership of CIPD. Now, in the UK and Ireland in particular, having CIPD membership is often a prerequisite for a lot of HR jobs, especially those in the upper echelons of the organisations. So first reason, we're accredited by the CIPD. Secondly, we are an academic-led professional education. this is the oldest human resource management department in Ireland, and this is the oldest masters in human resource management in Ireland as well. And we're academic led, which means that the people teaching you on this program are professors in human resource management predominantly, often those who are the ones who are writing the textbooks that then you would be learning from, who are writing the academic papers that you will be reading. So you are learning straight from the individual themselves, of those people who are at the forefront of research and policy. So it's academic led, but it's also a professional education because we understand, of course, that students are taking this program because they want to become future HR professionals. So we combine this academic-led education with also a lot of practitioner-based education as well. Guest lectures, case studies, practitioners coming in and teaching, a lot of tangible and intangible skills that can be developed along this master's program. The third reason is that we also have exchange opportunities here available with two sort of partner, well, two partner options here, two exchange options. One is we have a partnership with Cornell University, and there's an opportunity here to engage in an exchange program where you would go to Cornell for a semester. And also, UCD is a member of the European Masters in Labour Studies Network, the EMLS. And this also gives you the opportunity to go and study in another partner institution for a semester. This is unique among all masters in human resource management in the UK and Ireland. Reason four, the Smurfit advantage. The Michael Smurfit Graduate Business School is a world-renowned business school. Having UCD Michael Smurfit Graduate Business School on your CV is an incredibly useful thing to have when thinking about future careers and future job prospects. It is internationally renowned. We are the 21st best business school in Europe, according to the Financial Times. So the Smurfit branding in itself also carries a huge advantage. We also in the program, we have restructured the program, which will all be going live in 2026. So if you decide to join the Masters in Human Resource Management in 26, September 26, you will be the first cohort that's going to be undertaking this brand new redesigned program. And as part of that, we've redesigned the program around two unique focuses, two unique foci that we have within our department. One is international human resource management, and the second is HR analytics. A lot of our students that come to UCD are international students or are looking to pursue international careers. If you think about the position of Ireland and the jobs that are available in Ireland, they're often very international in nature. We have a lot of multinationals here in Ireland, for example. So we're developing our expertise and our skills and consequently the master's program in international human resource management. Also, HR analytics is going to become one of the most important skills for HR practitioners going forward over the next 10 to 20 years. We've been speaking to employers over the last year or so, and one of the key things that comes out from then is needing graduates who have experience and expertise in HR analytics. So we have developed our focus in this, and I'll show you what this looks like in a moment. Reason number six is location, location, location. I always think that obviously it's really important to research what master's program you want to do in terms of rankings and accreditations and things like that. And UCD does incredibly well on these metrics. But it's also really important to think you're going to be based somewhere for 12 months if you're coming from abroad. So where are we based? We are based in Ireland, right? In terms of the location here, we're incredibly well connected to the rest of the continent, sandwiched in some respects between continental Europe and also America on the other side, giving an opportunity there for students to be able to explore a lot of the rest of Europe while they're here. Also, in terms of this more specific location, we are based just south here of Dublin, which is a very nice cosmopolitan, very international city. But also, if you look at the map here, a city which is also connected to both the beautiful seaside and also the mountains as well. We also have an absolutely wonderful campus here at the UCD Michael Smurfit Graduate Business School. At this particular time of the year is also lovely, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner in autumn here. Fantastic studying spaces here, a really wonderful campus that I think our students, I'm sure, might say something about that, but a very lucky place to be able to study. So that's the six main reasons from my perspective in terms of why you should come and study the Masters in Human Resource Management here at UCD. So what will you study? This is a brand new redesigned program here. So we have three semesters or trimesters as we call them here in UCD. So semester one's autumn, semester two is spring, and semester three is summer. So this is brand new and redesigned. We have six core modules that all students must take in important areas such as strategic human resource management, employment relations, change management, but also we're also developing sort of state-of-the-art modules here on things around the connection between human resource management and climate change and sustainability. We have a brand new module here designed around these questions. Other interesting things here are developing competency, strategic talent enablement. We also have quite a lot of options here, allowing you to specialize in areas that you're interested in. Whether that, for example, is a more international human resource management route. For example, you might take a module such as work and employment in the global economy, or maybe you want to specialize in analytics. So maybe you want to look at people analytics or data analytics for human resource management, but also an opportunity here to maybe generalize as well, taking modules that might have you a bit more of a general focus. So this is the new program that's going to be released in September 2026. In terms of careers, um, we have in fantastic career services here at UCD. And the College of Business has really invested a lot of work here in the career services. And this is then shown really in terms of our graduate outcomes. 88% of students are employed after 6 months. And these are just a selection of some potential careers: recruitment consultants, HR business partners, HR analysts. And here's a selection of employers of some of our graduates over the last 5 years. And I should note that because this MSc in Human Resource Management is the oldest one in Ireland, going for around 25 years now, we have an absolute fantastic alumni network as part of this master's. Because if you think that our graduates, some of our graduates who were graduating 25 years ago, they now have 25 years in the game, right? They're 25 years of their career. They're often now at the head of human resource management in different organizations. And that alumni network is obviously really, really important in terms of thinking about your future career prospects and the networks that are available. So that's enough from me. I really wanted to just also get our students to just quickly talk about their experiences, very briefly, just a couple of minutes or so. First, in terms of why they decided to choose the program, why did they decide to come to UCD? It might be very different from my own 6 reasons why I think you should come here, but also what have they enjoyed the most since joining the program, even though they've only been here for about 12 weeks, 10 to 12 weeks at this particular point. I don't know who wants to go first here. But if one of you wants to just
I can start if that's
thank you
okay.
so much. Yeah, okay. So tell me, why did you decide to come to UCD and what have you enjoyed the most since joining the program?
So I was actually already working in HR, but I felt like I was lacking theoretical knowledge, and I wanted to pursue a program that would um, give me the theoretical knowledge I needed and also practical industry-focused insights as well. And I feel like UCD gives me exactly that. And I was also drawn to how international the cohort is. We really learn from each other's experiences because everyone has really diverse experiences and backgrounds. So I feel like those two are the were the most important things for me.
Thanks. And what's been your experience over the last sort of 10 weeks or so? Is it kind of has it kept up with your aspirations and your ideas of why you decided to come to UCD?
Yes, definitely, and I feel like it's even better than what I was expecting. And I've actually made a lot of friends who I now call my close friends, and we're always working together. And the program is kind of incentivizing us to work together as well. And one of my favorite parts is actually all the group works that we're doing. It really helps us get to know each other and learn from each other. And at the same time, I really like that we get to learn from real life practitioners. So we obviously learn a lot from our lecturers, but also there's a lot of people who come in and share their experiences with us, people with an extensive experience in the field of HR. So overall, I mean, I haven't been here long, but it's really been amazing so far, and I think it's gonna get even better with time.
That's amazing, and I'm so glad that you're enjoying your time here, and I think that's very useful information for those on the call who might be considering coming to UCD. Mila Locini, what about you in terms of why you decided to come to UCD, and also what's been your experience over the last 10 to 12 weeks or so?
See, Nas has covered pretty much everything. That's all I wanted to say. But to add to these things, the main thing for me to choose this program was when I went through the program module, I really had everything what I wanted, like all the theory and the modules, especially the employment law. I didn't find it in other colleges in the program module. So I found, okay, this stood out for me. And as you mentioned, the CIPD accreditation too. And apart from that, my experience so far in UCD Smurfit, it has been really great. I enjoyed the most that I enjoyed is the global exposure and the amount of learning that happens through group projects and class interactions. Because the professors, they always make sure that they keep the class so interactive. So they give group assignments, even they give some real life case studies and ask us to discuss on it. Uh, the class, to mention in specific, the class is so different, like people are from different countries, different age groups, and different professional backgrounds. And so the discussion is very, it's like a mix of fresh ideas and real world experience. Me as a fresher, I've learned so much from my classmates, like who already have work experience. They often share their job perspectives. I never thought of such perspectives like before coming here. So that has really helped me. And at the same time, I also they also learn from me. They're never like, okay, you're a fresher, we don't take your, it's always either way. So I like how our class is really good, and the professors are very helpful. Whatever help we need, and if people are struggling, or if they find, okay, we're not able to grasp what they're saying, they take their time, they put in efforts to make sure that we get what we want. So this program is like really good. And it's very good, like compared, I had expected so many things, but it's even better than what I expected. So I'm really enjoying it so far.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, and for your feedback. And I think you both pick up on a really important part of this program, which is that is a diverse cohort. It's people coming from very different backgrounds and experiences. And one of the things that we try to leverage on this program is taking advantage of those different experiences, and re-bringing them into the classroom, and then being able to apply them to lots of different contexts and sort of stimulate some sort of debate. But as you say, people are coming in often with lots of years of HR experience. Some people are coming in, as you say, like a more kind of fresh perspective on this. Some people might have studied business before, some people might not have. And I think that diversity of backgrounds and experiences is another real asset to the program. And thank you so much for your ideas there, and also for coming, of course, along today. So that's enough from me, and I really do hope that gives you a good overview of the Masters in Human Resource Management, a little bit of an insight in terms of what it's like to study here. But of course, if you have any questions afterwards, I'm happy to answer them via email, or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. And so I think I'll stop sharing there, and then if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. Thank you.
Thanks, Hugh, and thank you to our current students as well. We have been getting a few questions that have been coming in throughout the presentation, and there's just a few about admissions. So my name is Laura, I work on the admissions team here at Smurfit. So if you are thinking of applying, we are open for our applications for next year starting September 2026. And as Hugh mentioned, there is a new program as well. So it sounds very exciting, really interesting as well. And it's great to hear from our students as well, their experiences on the program too. So thank you all so much. Just in terms of the application though, I know we've been getting a few questions in. So if you are thinking of applying, you do have to apply online, and we're currently taking applications, as I mentioned, for next September. So we do need your academic transcripts, your CV, and there's two essay questions why you're applying for the program, and you know, why in particular this MSc program, what you'd like to do afterwards. But your application can be submitted online. It's done on a rolling basis as well. So we are open at the moment if you are thinking of applying. And if you have any questions about the application process, please do let us know. And any questions at all as well in the Q&A, and we'll be happy to help. Huw, I just had one question as well. Just one of the attendees had asked just about the summer trimester. And do you get to pick what you do? So is there internships, are there projects, are there extra modules? How does the summer term work?
Yeah, so we have 3 trimesters here at UCD, and during the the summer trimester runs from, I'd have to ask Leela the exact dates, but around the end of May, in June, into a bit of July. For the new program in 2026, there are 2 core modules that students must study in the summer. One on developing competencies, which is all about the competencies to be an effective HR manager, a very hands-on, skill-based module. And then the second one, testing my knowledge here, is strategic talent management, talent enablement. So one of the key, again, skills for students there going into the HR professional is about how you can leverage the talent that you have in an organization, but also in terms of how you can recruit, retain, train up existing talent as well. And then students have an option of either studying a module which is very much focused on international human resource management, which is called Managing Human Resources in Multinationals, or they can take the data analytics for HRM module, which is another option. So they can, that's part of those 2 foci that I mentioned in the session there, where they could either focus on a more international HRM stream or a more analytic stream, or generalize between the two. There is no dissertation on this master's program. A couple of years ago, we decided to move away from the dissertation because we decided that modular-based teaching was much more effective in terms of being able to basically get the most out of your 12 months while you're here at UCD. So you're only here for 12 months. It's a full-time, very intensive program. It's a lot of work. I'm sure the students could attest to that, but very rewarding as well. And so we decided within this 12 months, having you go away for 3 months to do a dissertation was just not an effective means of your own time, basically. So we redesigned it and decided to focus in the summer back on modular-based teaching so that we could fill some of those gaps of both knowledge understanding, but also practical skills, which we thought were maybe missing on the existing program. So the summer is similar to the rest of the trimesters, apart from that it's typically a more intensive teaching period where you'd often cover a whole module within a week or 2 rather than over the traditional 12 weeks trimester that you would have, for example, in autumn, operating between September and December. So as an example, the data analytics for HR module, that Stephen McCarthy, who has recently joined us and is a specialist and expert in HR analytics, and we're really amazing to be able to recruit this guy. His module runs over a 3 weeks intensive focus on data analytics. So much longer sessions, much more hands-on. And the other modules in the summer operate on a kind of similar sort of basis to them. So there's no internship on this program. Again, we only have 12 months because it's a full-time program here. So your time is very well spent, but very much in the classroom. We also bring as much industry experience and practitioners into the classroom, right? We have a lot of site visits and things like that, 1 day, couple of day things, going to Workplace Relations Commission, for example, that one of our group students just went there recently. We have site visits in certain multinationals, other examples, but no internship. Again, we don't really have the time or the space to be able to do it within this full-time 12-month program. I hope that sort of answers the question there, Laura.
Yeah, and so we have 2 more questions. So the next one is just about scholarships, so I'll answer that one. So we do have scholarships at the school. If you want more information, they're all listed on our website. And they're not currently open at the moment. They'll be opening in the next few weeks, and you'll see on our website when they open. There are scholarships at the school, and when you apply, and if you do get an offer, condition offer, you're automatically considered for a lot of the scholarships that we have. But they're all listed on our website. And we have one final question. It's just in relation to the actual structure of the programme. So the question is the course assessed primarily through exams, or is it group projects, or is it a balance between both?
Yeah, very much a balance. We have more traditional exam-based assessments, but also a lot of group work. I think both the students made reference to this group work I guess our position is that if you're going to be a future HR professional, you are going to have to work in some sort of group dynamic as part of your organization. And so throwing everyone into groups, often not self-assigned, often assigned by the lecturer themselves, to get people to work together and figure out how you can work as a group, and maybe a very international, multicultural group, to work on particular assessments, we think is a really, really useful asset and a key part of the program. We also have a lot of other innovative assessments, for example, simulation-based assessments that we have on some of our analytics modules. So it's kind of a bit of combination, and then we have our, we have also our normal report, HRM type report assessments as well. Lots of group presentations, a lot of competency sort of training as well, which is then assessed through more hands-on forms of assessment there. But it's quite a combination. It probably differs. It depends where you've done your previous undergraduate training already. There might be similarities to that in terms of its sort of exams plus group assessments plus individual assessments, but it also might be very different if you've come from a country where maybe it's more likely to have a lot more exam-based assessment as an example. So we have a good blend. I do suggest that although the program is changing dramatically in 2026 with the introduction of new modules and a new structure, which we've been developing over the last 12 months or so, which we're really really excited to implement. You can have a look at some of the modules themselves. They're already on the website, some of the ones that are existing, and within that you can see the types of assessment that are available. But if you have any questions specifically about individual modules or the assessments on individual modules, you can of course please do reach out to me. I can also put you in contact with the module coordinators of those modules if you'd like to also speak to them directly.
Thank you so much, you. And I think that's all our questions answered. So thank you everybody for submitting them. I'll hand back now to you.
Thank you, Hugh. I was wondering if you could just give us one last final tip you would give to possible applicants.
Yeah, I think the one possible tip that I can give to applicants is really when you're thinking about your application here to UCD, have a real think about where you think HR is going in the next 10 to 20 years. I think we're at a really interesting, critical moment here in human resource management with the introduction of AI and technology, which is really shaping both the world of work, but also the work of HR practitioners. And alongside that, climate change, the climate crisis, and how that is really going to have an impact again on both workforce strategies, how you recruit and retain people, but also the actual work of HR professionals. So I think if you're thinking about applying to the Masters in Human Resource Management, then maybe think about that. Where is the HR profession, do you think, going in the next 10 to 20 years? And in that respect, how do you think that you can position yourself as someone who might be able to really go with those trends and be able to take advantages of those opportunities that are going to be there? So can I just take another opportunity here just to thank the students for coming along today and sharing their expertise and experience on the program. It's really, really useful. I hope that it's given you a bit of an idea of what it's like to work here. Of course, they're going to say lovely things, but at the same time, I think everything they said at least resonates with other students that I've also spoken to as well. But can I just say thank you for their time and energy in answering my two questions there. So thank you so much for that.